which is disappointing, but what can you do? I feel like I'm being really negative and really fussy, but like, it's just useless to me. Yes, it is. Oh, but it's quite a cool bookmark. I can definitely see that there is an increase in quality, at least in this box. Hello my angels, welcome back to another video. My name is Ro and today we are unboxing the May ILLUMICRATE. I know exactly what book is coming in this and it has already come in the form of the May adult fairy box. So they've picked the same book. And I will show you the comparisons and I will get George to show the Waterstones version as well, which I did cancel because, as you guys know, I am trying to stop ordering duplicates. It's going all right, that side of things. It's not going too badly. I've cancelled a few. I've accidentally left a few on, but I think I put them on for like triple points. So I'd rather keep them and like maybe give them as Christmas presents and birthday presents, or like sell them on or something just to get those triple points and keep them. But the Book of Night, which is the book in this, spoiler alert, is not one of those that I wanted to keep because I was already receiving two from Fairy Loot and ILLUMICRATE. And that means I should probably find where I put it, which is down here. So this is the Fairy Loot version. I know I haven't even started the box yet, but this is the Fairy Loot version. It is black. I think the usual version is blue. It's just got a boring black sprayed edge, but it does have really, really fucking cool end papers, one on that side and one on that side, and also a quote there and under the dust jacket there. It's not foiled, it's sort of just printed on, but I'm happy enough with the other kind of embellishments that I would want to keep this version, I think. I mean, obviously depending on how much I like the book. I really hope I do like the book. I do really like Holly Black's writing. I enjoyed Cruel Prince and I enjoyed Spiderwick Chronicles when I was younger. Not read anything else by her, but I am planning on it at some point. I did expect it to be bigger. It's quite short. It's probably only about 300 pages. It's barely 300 pages, which is disappointing, but what can you do? Let's get into the box though. I probably should have showed that at the end, but I was too excited. I don't remember what's coming in this box other than the book, obviously. I don't tend to remember what fandoms are coming up because I have too much going on in my life for that. So the theme is in the dark. Let's have a look-see. Okay, so we do have the next in the collectible series of teacups and saucers, which are Greek god themed. So far we have had Artemis and someone else. I'm not gonna lie, the teacups are not my favorite.
I hate this idea, I don't want it.
Athena we've had. I don't think we've had Artemis. Athena and someone else. I'm not a huge fan of these teacups because they're small, a weird size, and they're just not really that displayable, in my opinion. You get a saucer and a teacup. So this is for Nyx, or Nyx, however you want to say it, the goddess of night, which does obviously play into the theme, which I'm quite like, you know, I like that they've chosen to do that. Now, the art so far has not been my favourite, and the themes and the colours have not been my favourite, but I have a feeling, hopefully, that I will like this. Okay, I'm not mad at it. So this is the saucer. You can see there's quite a bright blue around the edge, and it's not super obvious, but there is like a crescent moon around the top there in silver. I like the purple and I like the stars. This is definitely probably out of all of them the one I like the most, but we should probably move on to the saucer, the cup, to see what that's like first. Usually it's quite a similar design, so here we have. Okay, not super mad at this. Let me just let it focus. So she's stretching out. There's like stars, the Aztec-y, well, Aztec, Greek kind of mosaic or like patterns are on the top. She is reaching forward and her hair and kind of like that is the back there then with all of her hair at the back. I'm not mad at this. This is probably the one I like the most, like I said. It's probably quite hard to display for me. I don't have the room. And I prefer the Rosy Thorns mugs because they are bigger, so you can actually drink out of them if you wanted to. And they take up more space, but they kind of like take up the same amount of space if you counted the saucer, I guess. I wouldn't say I'm super in love with this. I honestly think I just don't get on with the artist. Like, genuinely, the art isn't my favourite. I can understand why they've gone that direction because it is more of a Greek art style, which makes sense, obviously, because it's meant to be Greek. But again, I just don't think it's my favourite. Having seen this one now, where you would think, or I would think, that this would be one of my favourite designs for the goddess that they've given, I'm thinking I'm going to sell them. I'm probably going to sell all 3 saucers and teacups. They're packed away. They've only been taken out to have a look at on unboxings. Unfortunately, this is not my favourite series and not for me. I feel like I could get some money back on them. If someone wanted to buy all 3, for example, I could just send them in like an ILLUMICRATE box and it wouldn't cost too much to like ship and stuff. Yeah. Not my fave, unfortunately. It is really disappointing. I feel like it is me. I don't know. You guys let me know. I feel like it is an acquired taste, personally. And like, how are you displaying them? Are you even displaying them? Are you using them? I don't use, you know, I don't have coffee. I don't have espresso. I feel like that would be the only way I would use that small of a cup. Yeah, I don't have the room to put them up or display them, and even the saucers aren't nice enough for me to have like a display of a, you know, you can get those little things that you can display like a little trinket dish in, which I want to get for a few of mine because I've got some from Fairy Loot. I don't know, I feel like that, again, this is personal taste. So even though I'm disappointed, I feel like it's a good quality product and it's a good idea. For me, the idea of like a collectible teacup and saucer, when they already do the Rosy Thorns mugs, I don't see why you would do another drinking vessel, if that makes sense. They already have these as well, which is already another China thing, which obviously it's good quality and you're getting like what you pay for. And the whole point, I think, is like you're getting less items but they're better quality. So I do agree that this is better quality because it's like already by the material like more expensive, but I feel like I'm being really negative and really fussy, but like, it's just useless to me. And they're not even that pretty, in my opinion. But we have another dagger, it looks like, maybe. Yeah, it feels like one. So this is another series that they're doing. So far, we've been given Poppy's dagger. That was in the From Blood and Ash box, though, not like a monthly box. We've been given Riptide, which is Percy Jackson's one, which is actually in front of me. And we also have had a dagger from the Winners trilogy because I bought that, but that was obviously in a separate box as well. So I feel like this might be the second dagger that's in a monthly box. It looks very cool. This is a very cool dagger. I will show it to you now. I love this. I think that this is sick. This is probably one of the more intricate daggers that they've done. It reminds me of like Furyborn, but I feel like they wouldn't have done Furyborn. But it reminds me of the swords that are on the covers for like Furyborn and Kingsbane and stuff. This is the kind of thing where like, despite whatever fandom it's from, this is cool as fuck anyway, so I will probably display it regardless. This also reminds me of Urza from Fairy Tail, if anyone's watched that anime. It reminds me of like her swords and her like different winged forms and stuff. That is cool as fuck. I don't know what it's from. It looks like it could be Sailor Moon. It's got a moon on it, but then I don't think they would do Sailor Moon. I don't want to look at the spoiler card just yet because we only have 4 items, so I may as well go through all the items. But I will come back to that and say what it's from. Next we have what looks like a journal. Oh, it's from Daughter of the Moon Goddess, actually. It's a quote on the front from Su Lin Tan, who wrote Daughter of the Moon Goddess, and it says, "How dark the night which stretched before us, yet ablaze with the light of the moon and stars, it felt as bright as day." And this is the calligraphy, whatever you want to call it, of the front, and it's purple, and it has black sprayed edges. Now, I don't know if this is a reading journal or if this is a, like, just a blank, you know, lined journal. I'm gonna have to open it. Ooh, okay. The front is like a weird soft faux leather almost. Oh, so it has like a thing for a pen. You can put a pen in. Oh, okay. So this is a black dotted journal. This is black, and it does have a little thing there as well for you to close it, and there's also a pouch at the back. So essentially this is a bujo, this is a bullet journal. I'm not mad at this. I personally am not a super bujo person because I already have my always fully booked planner, which I don't actually use enough already at the moment. This is the thing with black sprayed edges, I feel like everything shows up really badly. I feel like, oh, there's a ribbon bookmark as well. So they've gone kind of all out on this. This is quite good quality. So for them saying, you know, like it's going to be higher quality stuff, like I do believe them with this at least. I'm not a super big fan of these in general. I've never seen an inverted one though. That is really interesting. I do have some white gel pens, and I have bought recently some more Muji pens, but I don't know how well they're going to show up. The colours are going to show up on black. I hope they show up okay. Otherwise you just have to use like white and silver and gold, like metallic ones, which would be pissing me off because I've not got any of those. I have to buy some. I really like the cover though. I do like it's kind of like a iridescent foil. I don't know if you can see that, but it is an iridescent foil. I'm actually quite happy with that. I don't feel like I will use it a lot, but maybe I will make an effort to in terms of when I have a bit more time on my hands, maybe a bit more journaling towards like specific readathons, for example, whateverthon in June, I can stick graphics in and things, because in my always fully booked planner there isn't really many dotted pages. It's quite structured for us, which I love because I'm not very creative, so I need it all to be structured for me. Yeah, this has kind of inspired me a little bit. Maybe I will use this. I quite like it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. And then the last item, because we do only have 4 items, remember now, is a paper item, it looks like. I do like the little sticker, the little ILLUMICRATE sticker that they've got on there. That is cute. So this is probably going to be a bookmark. Yes, it is. Oh, but it's quite a cool fucking bookmark. Ooh. Okay, this is actually really cool. So this is the bookmark. It's a little hard to see with like the kind of background that it's on, but you can see it's got a little tassel, but it's not like a usual tassel. It's kind of like a metal keyring tassel, which is really cool. If I take it out, it's quite thin. So you'll see now when I show you, but this is kind of how thin it is, that it's quite see-through. But I've never really seen a bookmark like this before. Obviously I've had metal bookmarks, I've seen metal bookmarks, but not with this many kind of like cutouts. I think that's quite an intricate design. I'm actually quite pleased with that. This is actually what I was expecting when they were saying, you know, we're upping the quality and this and that. So I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it at all. I think we are going to have to look at the spoiler card though, because I have no idea what this is about. It looks like Loki because of the, or like Moon Knight. I don't think it's that. I'm just being facetious. So what do we have? Gravebone dagger replica. Oh, okay. So this is a replica of the Gravebone dagger that Mia in Nevernight uses by J. Kristoff. I love this. I think this is fabulous. This is the type of one I would get like tattooed on me. I've been looking for like a dagger or like a sword to go like here, where like I've got this blank space here along my arm. I just stabbed myself. And this looks like could be perfect. I've been looking for one. Probably not. I'm not super into Nevernight that much, but this is very cool. This is very, very cool. I do have my Nevernight selection down there, so I could probably put this down there. The bookmark is for Monstrous. That makes sense. So this is Monstrous. It doesn't want to show you. But this bookmark was Monstrous, which is a graphic novel collection. Very unique. Love all the cutouts. There are little kittens with like 3 tails around the edge. And it kind of is upside down. There's like a person on either end, almost. So I love this. I think this is a very unique bookmark. And it's not just a paper item either. So yeah, the journal was Daughter of the Moon Goddess. And then they've actually said we recommend using white, metallic silver or metallic gold gel pens, which is literally what I just said. Goddess of the Night teacup, and that's it. Cool. So that's the 4 items. And again, keep in mind, we're only having 4 items now rather than 5. So I am going to be a bit more critical in terms of the quality of the items, because they're saying to us we've dropped an item plus dropped the pin that comes in every box, so technically dropped 2 items in order to get better quality but paying the same amount. So that is the way it is. That is what the situation is with ILLUMICRATE. So let's move on to the Book of Night. Is there no author letter or anything? Right. So this is white. This one's black. They both have black sprayed edges. What is up? Why do Waterstones get a stenciled edge and we get double black sprayed edge? What is up with the publishers not allowing any freedom? I feel so bad for these guys. Like, I do like the inverted cover here with the black being there across the middle. However, I've seen a couple of inverted covers from fairly adult books already, so I'm kind of over it. But that's only because I've received two recently, which was Atlas 6 and City of Dusk. The end papers are probably the same in the ILLUMICRATE edition. Yes, they are. So these are the end papers for ILLUMICRATE. Honestly, not as nice as the Fairy ones. But the Under the Dust jacket looks like this. It says Liber Noctem. So there's that. That's that edge. And then there's the back as well. And on the back, there's a different quote, or it might actually be the same quote that's on the back of the... It's a different quote. It is a different quote. So different quotes on the back. Very different style. This is kind of black and gold, and then this is black and silver. I would argue this cover is like a whitish silver. It's more of a grey, so I think they're going for a silver rather than a white. So this is black and silver and black and gold. I like the kind of juxtaposition of having these two editions and how they're so opposite. I really hope I like the book. I am still a little miffed that Waterstones gets a stenciled edge, and I cancelled that one for that reason, that I didn't want duplicates, and assumed, wrongfully, that Fairy or ILLUMICRATE would have a much nicer edition. And I got burned when I did this with the Atlas 6. I ordered the Atlas 6 from Waterstones, didn't order the ILLUMICRATE one, and the ILLUMICRATE one was gorgeous compared to everything else with the stenciled galaxy edge. So I'm annoyed that I missed out on that. I wouldn't say it's like awful. I know that shouldn't be said. Like, you don't want it to be, you want it to be good, you don't want it to be just fine. But considering like the box as a whole, I'm pretty happy. If I had to give it a rating, I'd probably give it maybe like a 4 out of 5 in terms of all the items plus the book. I will be doing Bookbox Battle obviously later on though, where I will go more in depth, and it may get less than a 4, just from me actually going into detail on stuff. But yeah, I'm not mad. The writing's quite small. You know that I said that it's quite a short book. The writing is quite small. It's probably a little bit longer than we think. But yeah, that is it. That is the May ILLUMICRATE, guys. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you do like your box. I hope you feel the same as me in terms of the items being... I can definitely see that there is an increase in quality, at least in this box. Maybe not last month in April, but at least this box in May, you can start to see it coming through. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a like below. Leave me a little shadowy, smoky emoji in the comments if you were here but you didn't really have anything to say but wanted to let me know that you were here. Make sure you subscribe so you get all the future content from me in your inbox. All of my links are in the description, including my Patreon, and if you don't know what goes on my Patreon, then this is what you're missing out on.
Yeah, he'll just sit and stare at the wall and look really sad, and I'm like, what's wrong?
Look really sad.
Oh, he does look really sad, and then I'm asking him if he's okay.
I do that to Jord as well. I'm like, there's a very cliche thing, they're like, what are you thinking about? That's not what I do, but sometimes I'm just like, are you alright?
Yeah.
And he's like, what?
And then he'll just be like, yeah, I'm just doing nothing.
Speaking of my patrons, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone at my deity tier. These guys are my top tier on Patreon, and they support me so much, and I'm so grateful. So that is Becca, Meg, Rachel, Lisa, Lydia, Mercy, Sarah, Tori, Liv, Adinda, Celeste, Britt, Marlies, Kay, Lauren, Kate, Kendra, Ashley, Hannah, William, Chris, Andy, Frog, Lynn, Amy, Jenny, Hattie, Katie, Auslug, and Chloe. Thank you guys so much for all of your support, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!